Well, hello everybody, welcome back to another Forex market analysis session. My name is Alexander Nikitin. I am a professional trader and a developer of pattern search software. If you guys are new, what I'm doing here, I'm looking at some good opportunities that might happen next days. I explain my own setups that I have on my radar, and also I explain some aspects of technical analysis and psychology of trading. Today actually I will explain the rules for position sizing, how to calculate your position size, the money management rules, and I will also explain the journaling process, how to journal your trades, because it is needed for objective evaluation of your strategy outcome. And if you guys are following me for a while, welcome back. Thank you that you hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, that you share this video on social media. I don't know, thank you for your support. Please comment, ask your questions. I read every single comment, do not miss anything, so I will try to respond. Let's have that vivid discussion on my YouTube channel. Let us start then. Since 3 weeks ago, since that time, since the 21st of August, I think, you might have noticed that on my IDs, on TradingView that I post, I have those strange lines. And many of you asking me, what are those strange lines? Is that an indicator that you have created? No, it's not yet an indicator. I'm working on that. I'm working to turn those lines into an indicator. They are trend lines that I have drawn manually. They represent my new swing identification technique. I've done manual backtesting of that. I've done the software backtesting of that. I've done the forward testing of that. Actually, I am in the process of forward testing of this swing identification technique, and if it performs well, I will include that into my arsenal of strategies, into my live trading. Okay, well, as you guys know, for my forward testing, I'm not using demo accounts, I'm using a small account, because there are differences between demo and the real-time accounts. Let's say the broker on a real account, it likes to widen the spread on news events, and sometimes it hits the stop actually without being without the price being there, and sometimes we have those large spikes, volatility spikes that hit the stop and then reverse and go into your favor, and you say, tear your hair apart, you say, oh fuck, or whatever. This phenomenon is called the kiss of death. Well, sometimes you have kind of slippage when the broker cannot actually execute your stop loss or execute your take profit because there were no people on the other side who wanted to buy whatever you've been selling and to sell whatever you've been buying, so there were no volume. So these three things, and you don't have those problems on demo. You don't have the spread being widened, you don't have those large spikes, you don't have those slippage problems. See that? So if you want to evaluate your strategy really objective, you should do the forward testing on a small account. Just deposit $200-300 and trade 1, 2, or 3 micro lots, and then evaluate your results. Okay, so let us start then. How to evaluate our results? First of all, I need to explain the rules of the patterns. Not actually the patterns, but you need to know something about the strategy I use, and if you use that strategy, you will also have that eye-opening experience. If you didn't make a market research on the strategy of advanced patterns, you simply are trying to copy that then probably you'll face some problems. I will help you right now, as I will explain you something that you will discover in your backtesting. Okay, so I will talk about the risk to reward first. The risk to reward of advanced patterns. First of all, what do we have? Here I already typed that. So we are risking $1 to generate -1. This is outcome number 1. Risk $1 to lose $1. Second outcome is this. Risk $1 to generate $1. Why I place it as a one-to-one risk to reward? In ciphers we have negative risk to reward, so you most likely will risk $1 to generate 0.8. In bets you have it different. You risk $1 to generate 1.2, somewhere here. And in Godless you have it floating, because in deep Godless your risk to reward is positive, and your shallow Godless the risk to reward is negative. With my butterflies I place the risk to reward exactly 1-to-1. Just measure the distance to my first take profit, and then I paste the stop loss there into opposite direction. Okay, and the third outcome is that you risk $1 to generate 1618 in case you hit the second target, 1618. Okay, keep in mind that your trades are divided by halves, and if you do that close half position and then wait for second target and then close the second target, yes, they will be calculated as separate trades from your MetaTrader. You've traded, for example, 10 patterns, each of them closing half and then closing another half, and exporting the detailed statement, detailed report from your MetaTrader. It will tell you that you've been trading 20 trades, because each has half. 10 patterns but 20 trades. With your MyFX book it will say the same, 20 trades. So right now I will do some kind of eye-opening experience to you. I will help you. This is the true thing. You are not risking $1, you're actually risking $1 to generate -1, and you're risking $1 to generate -1. This is the first. You have your risk double. Second, in case you only hit the first target, you also have the zero, the break-even. This is the second outcome. And the third outcome is this. You hit the first target and you hit the second target. So outcome number 1, both of your halves are losers. Outcome number 2, on the first half is a loser. Outcome number 3, on the first half is, the first and the second half is a winner. Okay, so let's calculate. Every time you place a position, you have it -2. Yes, risking 1 for first and risking 1 for the second half. But what are your outcome? You have 1 and 0, and you have 1 and 1618. Let's calculate all these things. Let me sum them up. In first case, we win 1 and 0. And in second case, we win 1 and 1618. Plus 1 plus 1618. So these are the total winners that we have. They are the total winners. And then we should divide them by 4, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, 4 half by 4. So the average winner is 0.9. The average winner here is 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.9. If we split them by 4. So on average we generate 0.9. You should keep them in mind. Every time we've been risking $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, and $1 here. But here we have 1 1, here we have 1 0, here we have 1 1, and here we have 1.618. That's why on average you should sum them all, the 4, and divide by 4. It is 0.9. So the true risk to reward, average risk to reward out of multiple trades, out of many trades, will stay somewhere around 0.9. You should keep that in mind. Also we have that thing that is called the target adjustment, and it makes the average risk to reward being a bit less, 0.85 or something like this. It depends. Maybe in some periods you mostly have bets. In some periods you mostly have ciphers. That's why it can float. Okay, just think about 0.9 as your average risk to reward. You average risk more than you potentially generate. So if you are able to trade only 50% winners, you will lose money. So what you need to do, you need to stay more than 55% accurate. Okay, let's go next. What is the next? Objective journaling. So now once you know that, objective journaling, and to demonstrate the journal process, I need to go to my MetaTrader and open that account that I do the backtesting on. Okay, here's my account. Once again about the rules. What I did, I've been using the manual HPS for doing that, and it looks this way. For example, I go to lines, I draw the swings, yes, and when I see the letter M structure, something like this, I draw the pattern with manual HPS. It is this way, like this. Then the next thing that I do, I stretch the fibs. First I place that fibs on entry price, and I mark the stop loss. The distance between this entry and the stop loss is calculated by Pattern Trade Assistant, and when I when I press letter L or letter M, the Pattern Trade Assistant opens either a limit order or a market order, depending on what letter on my keyboard I have played. And this is as a distance. It calculates the position size that I am using. After that, what it does, if price goes deeper below my entry, it moves take profits and adjusts the targets to new 382 and new 618 automatically. After one of them is closed, it understands that half of position on the left, it does the break even. It moves the stop loss to break even. And here you can see the stop loss is 0.0. I do nothing from my part, on my part. It is all done by Pattern Trade Assistant. So let's go to money management. I'm using Kelly percent. I will explain it in a second, but you have the percent, you have money, you have position size, and you have Kelly percent. Okay, so if you use simple percent, you just type whatever percent you use on single trade. If you use money, just type whatever money you want to risk in a single trade. If you use position size, you just type the position you use. You don't need to calculate anything, just type that position and it will always open the trade with that position. And if you use Kelly, that is the smartest way for money management, then you need to understand how the Kelly is calculated. Professor Kelly developed a money management strategy. It's not actually the money management, it is the formula that calculates how much I am to use in a single trade or in a single bet in order not to go broke, in order to survive, what is my maximum allowed percentage fraction of my strategy? Okay, and it is calculated this way. First of all, you need to know your accuracy. What is the accuracy? You should calculate the number of your winners and divide them by the total number of trades. So you need your accuracy, and you need to multiply it by your average risk to reward plus 1. And out of this number, you should minus 1. And after that, you should divide it by risk to reward again. Let's try to substitute some of these things to have those numbers. Let's say we have a strategy of 58% accuracy, 0.58. We just calculated that the average risk to reward of advanced patterns, ideal average, is 0.9. Yes? Then we should plus 1, then we should minus 1, and then we should divide it by 0.9. And it will tell us the position. Maximum risk, not the position size, but maximum risk per trade. Let's do that. First, the first operations, the priority is in brackets. So we have 0.9 plus 1, it is 1.9. Then we should multiply the priority for multiplication. Multiply it 0.58 equals this 1.10, and then we should minus 1. Okay, we have this number 0.10 and 2, yes, and then we should divide it by risk to reward, divided by 0.9. Okay, so it says 11%. Okay, with this strategy, which is 58% accurate, with risk to reward of 0.9, you are okay if you risk 11%. When I say okay, what I mean? It means that you will never go broke, that you will never lose your money. You will survive in the long term. But it also means that it is maximum potential of your account, maximum potential of your strategy. This means that your drawdown may be of 99.99999999999%. You may face this maximal drawdown, but you will survive. You will survive. If you have it this way, 0.11 and 1, you go broke. If you have it this way, let me delete that. This way, you will never go broke. Okay, but your drawdowns are 99.9999999, like this. Okay, Kelly% says that 11 is your maximum allowed. 11%. Okay, if you say, I don't want to risk 99% of my account, I only want to risk, let's say, 10% of my account, what you need to do? Well, instead of risking 99% of your account, you want to risk only 10% of that number, and it equals what? Let's do the calculations. 11 multiplied 10% of that. I'm not going to risk all 99% of my. I only want to risk 10 times less, 10%. So your drawdown says that you should have the 0.01 in every trade. 0.01. If you don't want to face the drawdown more than 10% on your account, you should risk only 1% on every trade according to Kelly calculation. And it is very wonderful. You first know the maximum potential of your strategy based on your accuracy and risk reward. And then you calculate based on your drawdown. Let's say you say, I'm okay to face the 0.30% drawdown. I'm okay if I face 50% drawdown or whatever. Okay, let's do the Excel spreadsheet calculations for that. This is the position size, and the formula will look this way. Accuracy, let's type the accuracy, 0.58. Let's type the risk reward, 0.9. We already know that on average the risk reward is 0.9. And then I will come to actual results from my MetaTrader, and you will see how exactly the numbers coincide. Okay, the formula looks this way. We need to multiply accuracy. Here it is. Bracket opens and closes. In brackets we have risk reward plus 1. Outside of brackets we have risk reward minus 1. So then we should have them all in brackets because it should be a single number, these operations, and then we should divide that by this B2. Okay, B2 means that risk reward, this B2 cell. So it says 1133 is the risk. Okay, and here's the multiplier. Let me call it drawdown. The drawdown, and I say I don't want to risk more than 0.5, no, more than 50% of my account. 50%. If I don't want to risk more than 50% of my account, let me put it here. We should multiply it, the result, multiply by the drawdown. Multiply this. Just multiply it 50%. Okay. 11%. Yes. So I am to risk 5.67 on every trade maximum, and my largest drawdown will be 50%. If I wanted 10%, so I am to risk 1.13%, 1%. If I don't want my drawdown to exceed 10%. So this is the money management. Okay, once you know how to calculate that, what you do? You go to MetaTrader, go to Pattern Trade Assistant, and you say, hello guy, percent 0.1.3, 0.013. This means that 1.3%. Or you can do it different. You don't need that Excel spreadsheet. You go to click Kelly percent. You go to click 0.93 as your risk reward ratio. You click your accuracy of 58. It is actually 59. And you click your multiplier as your largest drawdown. Largest allowed drawdown. So these 3, 1, 2, and 3, they only work with this Kelly percent. Okay, so next time you stretch your fibs, place your stop loss, and click L on your keyboard, Pattern Trade Assistant automatically calculates your Kelly percent and automatically divides it by the maximum drawdown you set in settings, and it automatically calculates the position size that corresponds that Kelly percentage. Okay, here we have some trade. It is the trade at the round break even. Keep that in mind. Stop loss is 106.76. Right now it is at market trade. As soon as market opens, if it is at this level, you can enter that. It is a valid opportunity. So if you've been looking for some trades, $yen for hour, valid butterfly pattern. Okay, what I've been looking here, the stop loss. Now you can see the stop loss profit negative $30 and my account is 726. So let's calculate. I'm risking $30 of 726. So what is this? 0.4 is one trade, and as you see it here, where is that Excel spreadsheet? Kelly. If I allow myself 50% drawdown, so we had 4%, 5% is my maximum overall risk, 4% is less. Okay, let's go next. Before you start calculating your position size, you need to objectively evaluate your strategy. Let me close all that stuff, unnecessary stuff. How to evaluate your strategy? You need to objectively type down the results. You can do it two ways. First of all, type down in Excel spreadsheet open price, close price, stop loss, take profit, and all that. And the second is export it from your MetaTrader account history. What is this? 00. Oh, custom period. Let me take the period of my Newswin identification algorithm trading. Okay, you all know how to export those. Right click on that, save as detailed report. And here's the HTML file. But guys, HTML file is not exactly what I need. I need XLS file. If you change the extension, instead of HTML file that is open in your browser, you will have XLS file that can be opened in your Excel spreadsheet. Detail statement already exists. Want to replace? Yes. Let's go here. The format of your file doesn't correspond to the file extension. Maybe the file is corrupted or not safe. Only open it in case you trust the source. Do you really want to open that? Yes, I do want to open that. And you have that Excel spreadsheet thing. Let me do it this way. Here's the picture. We don't need it actually. We need the numbers. Look at this profitable trade, 49%. So I had pretty many requests. I had pretty many conversations with my customers, and they've been complaining. They say, okay, I've been testing and testing and testing and testing, and what I do, I can't reach the same level of success that I had in backtesting. What is the reason? Why I only have 49% instead of 59% as my backtesting says? Why I do those programs? I always respond the same thing. Do you calculate your zeros as negative trades, or you calculate your zeros as positive trades? And the answer is, the majority of traders that I talk to, they say, of course zeros are winners. If you hit the first target, you break even the second half of your position, and no matter what is the outcome, the whole pattern is considered a winner. So this is the reason of your thing. But look at what this says. It is zero trade. Obviously, it is a zero trade. But I had negative swap. So the total outcome of this trade is negative. I closed it a bit positive, but if we calculate that swap, it will be negative. Okay, let's go next. This is the first target, this is the second target. You can see Aussie CHF, Aussie CHF. First target 7, second target 0.06. Two trades, two halves of the trades. Let's go next. What is this? Once again here, 0.06 cents. We don't have commissions, we don't have swaps, but what is this? Why do we have negative instead of zero? We have slippage. You see? Okay, so here we have negative swap, but the trade was closed a bit. It is a positive slippage. So when the broker was closing this position, price moved a bit back into my favor. So I closed 6 cents, and instead of having negative 0.6, I have it positive 0. Okay, so how can we do that? That's why I insist on exporting your results into MetaTrader, from your MetaTrader into Excel. That's why, because we can now manage our results and do what we like. First, we like this. Delete that. Second, let's do some filtering. Filter. What I don't need here, I don't need canceled trades. Okay. If I don't need canceled trades, I can delete them. Come on. Okay, I think that's all. Right click, delete. Okay. All. And let's do some manipulations here. What is actually the zero? It is whatever is less than $6 is zero, because I never risk less than $6. So let's do some thing. Less or equals less. Whatever is less. Oh no, we can't find it this way because it is negative as well. Then let's do it this way, manually. So 1.33 is obviously a zero trade. This one is a zero trade. This one zero. Zero trade, zero trade, zero trade, zero trade. You see how many of them are losers actually, but they should be winners. Calculated, they should be calculated as winners. Okay, okay, so that's it. So we have those zero trades. And let's do some manipulation. Instead of being zero, just type it 0.01. So slightly positive. We will need that for true calculation of slightly positive. That will not anyhow influence into the absolute outcome, but it is very important for calculating the accuracy of your strategy. And you know that you need the accuracy to objectively calculate the true potential of your strategy, to know what is the maximum allowed position size, the maximum allowed portion, the maximum allowed percent of your account you can risk. And if you evaluate the strategy non-objectively, of course you won't be able to have it objectively. Okay, let's go to our profit trades, the percent of total. So profit trades. Now make some notes. I will be typing the formula. It will be half in Russian, and I will try to translate that. Okay, what is the profit percent of profitable trades? It is the accuracy. What is the accuracy? It is the number of all your winners divided by total number of your trades. Okay, number of your winners. The formula, Excel formula, says this: count. It is in Russian. It is счет. Yes. So this formula in English is count if. Then we should mark the range of counting. Here is the range. I'll illustrate this. From N2 to N this. And then we should type the criteria. What we should count? We should count only those that are more than 0. That's it. Okay, wonderful, perfect. And after that, we should divide by total number. C, for V. Right now we shouldn't count F, it should be simply count. And when we have those simple count, we only need the range. Okay, so this is the formula. Count F within this range only positive, divided by count within this range. Enter, and now you see the true accuracy of the strategy. If I go back, you see the 49%. If I go forward, it is 59. Why is it so? Because previously my zeros have been calculated as losses, and now they are calculated as winners. Now you see that real-time trading exactly repeats the backtesting results. Okay, the next thing we need to do, we need to calculate the average risk reward. What is the average profit trade? It is the total amount of trades, total amount of winners, gross profit. It is 929. This is the total amount of winners, divided by the count of those winners, how many those winners we have. Okay, so we need to type the formula. In this case, it is Russian sum F, sum F. Then we should go into range. As far as I remember, it is 9N92. So this is the range, and the criteria should be more than 0. So sum F more than 0 within this range. If it is more than 0, then sum them all and give me the total number of that. If I go here, it is 933, slightly more, $2 more than gross profit that was calculated by that. You should keep that in mind, because it was a bit modified. Instead of zeros, we type 0.01, slightly. You see, those $2 don't have very much influence on that overall result, but it has great difference on your accuracy and on your risk reward, if you will see that. Okay, first of all, we should sum them all, and then we should divide them by the number of those trades. Instead of sum F, we should change into count F. Now we have count F, then we have the range, and then we have the criteria. Okay, so now you see this, it changed. It was 20 as calculated by MetaTrader, because MetaTrader never thought of calculating zeros as winners. And then it is 17. Okay, average loss. Let's calculate average loss. It should be the same, actually, the same formula. The only difference is copy. Let's go here. Oh, undo that stuff. Copy. Let's go here. Paste it, but instead of more than 0, this time we need less than 0. Come on, less than 0. So guys, hope you understood how to calculate that. And this is more than 0 average, and this is less than 0 average. Now you see that it is a bit different. 15 was calculated by MetaTrader, and 18 is real. Okay, if you want to calculate your average risk to reward, average risk to reward, what you need to do, just divide your winners, divide your winners by your losers. We don't need negative number. Let me place this mark here, so only positive. Okay, and now you see the accuracy of that. Not the sorry. Now we see the risk to reward, the true risk to reward. Average risk to reward is this 0.93. It is actually almost the same as in ideal testing that says that the average risk to reward is 0.9, as we had it here. Okay, I already closed that browser. Well, first of all, guys, objectively evaluate your strategy. How can you do that? You can choose the period of custom period. Choose the period of your history, and then you go to save as detailed report, and instead of HTML, just change your extension into XLS, and then you can modify it in your Excel spreadsheet, and of course you will have the true risk to reward, and you will have the true what is this, accuracy. After you have your true accuracy and you have the true risk to reward, what is left? Go to your position size, Kelly 5934 34. 5934 is your accuracy. So you are allowed to risk 7%. Oh, 0.93. Okay, you are allowed to risk 7.85, 81, 7.85 in your trade, if you don't want to face the drawdown more than 50%. Okay, let's go back to my results. What I have here. Let's draw something here. Deposit, initial withdrawal, we don't need it. Initial deposit. The deposit I started from. And let's calculate it this way. What I have now minus what I have generated. So it equals this minus this. So initially I started 491. Let me type it here as my initial balance, 491. And let's do the calculation. Let's do the chart. So how we do the chart? We should type it equals previous result plus profit plus swap, and I don't have commission and taxes. Okay, so the next is calculated here, and we should stretch that formula, automatically filling them till the end. Okay, here is the result of the trade. So you see the last number, it is changing account. The last number is 727 and it was 726. So $1 difference, only $1 difference, because of our changing, because of our modifications, we only have $1 difference. Let's build up a graph or a diagram. Paste, go to charts. Here's the diagram, it looks this way. Move to separate shift. Okay, here it is. So this is the drawdown I had, and this drawdown is 41% according to maximum drawdown, 41% according to MetaTrader calculations. Let me calculate it manually. So the maximum number is 730.78. 730.78. I should remember this. Negative. What is the value? 430. 0.5. 430. 0.5. So what is the difference? $300 drawdown, and we should divide it by this maximum peak. It is 7:30. So it says the drawdown was 41.15. 41.15, and here it says 41.38. Well, it actually stays within the statistical arrow. You should remember that statistical arrow is 3%, plus or minus 3%, more or less. And this is called the statistical arrow. 41 up to 44 would be okay. So this is the drawdown, and as you see, it doesn't exceed the maximum allowed. I allowed my largest drawdown be 50%, and as I know, guys, you know that maximum I can face 50% drawdown and I will still survive no matter what. You see that? What should I do? I should do exactly the same, continue doing the same and the same and the same, and I know exactly how much should I risk. I have formulas, what is the maximum allowed risk for me in order not to lose my account. The maximum worst case scenario, I can lose 50%, and this 50%. So you can type whatever you want. Of course, if I were managing some people accounts, I would of course allow the drawdown not more than 10%, because my investors wouldn't be able to digest 50% drawdown. Well, that's it, and you can see it was recovered. The drawdown was recovered. Let me 100. Show it to you. You can see that 427, 430, almost recovered. $3 left, $5. So one more winner, or maybe a bit sideways and then a winner, and it will be recovered. Why is it possible to recover drawdowns? Because I've been doing the same and the same. I never switched the strategy. But guys, why is it possible? Why I am so confident? Because I know the objective results of my trading. If I had the results of MetaTrader, let me disable everything. If I had the results of MetaTrader like this, save as detailed report, let it be HTML, it doesn't matter, I would be very, very upset with my results, with my numbers, saying, wow, what is this number? Why I am unable to have the 59% accurate trades? Why is it so? Why it is impossible to repeat the results of backtesting on your real-time account? No, it is simply not objective, because MetaTrader is calculating your zeros as losers. That's why. So does the MyFX book, so does the, I don't know, MQL5, whatever. So they all calculate them as losers, because swap plus your zero equals negative result. Okay, hope you find this video useful. Now you know how to calculate your position size, and now you know how to evaluate your strategy. Now you know what percentage you should risk in every trade. And now you know how it is related to your drawdown. If you can allow yourself to risk 100% of your capital, then you can have maximum position without being afraid that you go broke. You will face the drawdown of 99.9999 and you will never go broke. But do you have those balls of iron? I doubt that. I can simply digest 50% drawdown. That's why I allow myself 50% drawdown. If you can allow yourself 30%, let it be 30. So maximum allowed position should be multiplied by your drawdown. Okay, and it is done programmatically with my software. I just coded that, and I don't have those headaches of how much I should risk. And I don't have that headaches hoping, will this drawdown be recovered or not? This drawdown won't be recovered. I know it will be recovered no matter what. Okay, if you like this video, give me your thumbs ups, share this video on social media. Until then, good luck, good trading. Hope to see you soon.